has long cast a shadow over their relationship. Now, 4 people who were born in Greenland but were adopted by Danish parents have claimed that those adoptions were illegal and are seeking compensation from the Danish state. The newsroom's Stephanie Zachrisson has more on this story.
The 4 people say that their biological families weren't made aware of exactly what was happening to them, the then children, when they were adopted by Danish families and taken from Greenland. One of them is Margrethe Johansen. She was barely 6 months old when she was adopted in 1951. She says her biological mother didn't understand what she was being told, that she only thought her daughter would be receiving foster care for a period of time. Instead, Margrethe was moved to Denmark and grew up there.
Ved den lejlighed tog man jo så fra mig, min mor.
When that happened, I was taken from my mother, my family, my language, my culture, my name. They took literally everything and sent me away from the life I was supposed to have.
It took Margrethe 40 years to find and reconnect with her birth mother. By then, they were not only separated by time, but by speaking different languages. After researching her own history and the history of adoptions between Greenland and Denmark, Margrethe says that there was a certain power dynamic where Greenlandic women weren't listened to by the Danish authorities. The lawyer Mats Pramming has brought this case and the demands for compensation to the Danish government. He says there's no doubt that the authorities were aware of these adoptions being handled incorrectly.
Sådan en adoption, også I dag.
The most basic requirement for an adoption is that the people who are giving up their child want to give up their child, that there's consent from both families, and the state has to make sure that everything's done accordingly. But when you look closer at these cases, it's apparent that Danish couples came to Greenland with the single purpose of bringing a child home, and the authorities seem to have looked the other way.
The adopted people are each asking for the equivalent of $35,000 in compensation. Mats Pramming says there are many more people affected and that the number of claimants may well grow. The Danish government are yet to comment. But the case is part of an unravelling of the past, of the history between Greenland and Denmark.